The 4th day of May is a galactic holiday, so may the 4th be with you. People unsubscribe. To celebrate this very special day, I'm going to be preparing a galactic 4-course meal suitable for any and all aliens, and I guess you Earthlings too? And if you hear any chomping in the background, well, that's just the other cantina customers, okay? I will be showing off my collection of Star Wars garb today, but if you want to see my galactic fashion in full force, then be sure to watch my sustainable Star Wars lookbook, Rise of the Hidden Holograms, with looks from Jedi Knights to bounty hunters and even those on the dark side. But before we get into this video, please take a moment to visit the links down below in the description and comments, as well as in my bio, to learn more about the ongoing genocide throughout Palestine and East Turkistan, and the child labor, slavery, and genocide throughout the Congo and Sudan, and to learn more about how you can help those affected by the California wildfires. CORE, which stands for Community Organized Relief Effort, is doing wonderful things to help those in need, so please check out their organization and fundraiser, along with my friend Sam's GoFundMe, as she was recently involved in a devastating car accident. Please share those fundraisers around, and any amount donated will help. I thank you for listening, and now let's get back into this out-of-this-world cook-off. I decided to prepare a 4-course meal for this very special day because may the 4th be with you, duh! But also, ever since I was tiny, this little, I've always wanted to throw a Star Wars party and make alien-themed drinks and food and all that good stuff, and so this is the perfect time to do it. But also recently I did a Dolly Parton cosplay, but that was also a 2-parter because I also did a baking with Dolly video. That was the very first cooking, baking type video that I've made for this channel, and I really enjoyed it. I don't always enjoy cooking and baking, but if it's something themed like this, we're gonna have fun. Now all of these meals are cooking, but there is some baking at the very end, but we'll just save that, the best for last, okay? So for the first course, it is time for breakfast. Even in a galaxy far, far away, my allergies are still here. So ignore that. But for the first course, we're traveling to a planet known for its sunrises, and in fact, they have 2 of them. Tatooine is home to the Jawas and the Tusken Raiders, but did you know that they're also known for their breakfast? So for this meal, I'm gonna make myself some waffles, but not just any waffles, Grogu waffles, but with a protein twist. And to accompany that, I'm gonna be having a tall glass of blue bantha milk and a side of space fruit. So let's get cooking. Just to get it out of the way, I'm gonna wash this little space fruit here, whatever this may be, so that it's ready to cut when the rest of the meal is ready.
Hey, only employees are allowed in here.
And now let's get to cooking. So for these waffles, I'm just gonna be using a pancake mix that can double as a waffle mix. They don't have the best recipe on the bottom because it's for peanut butter banana waffles, which do sound good, but that's not what I'm doing today. So I'm just gonna be having this recipe, halving it, so I can only make 6. So let's do it. So in order to half this recipe, I'm just gonna be taking 1 scoop of this pancake waffle mix, and then I'm gonna be doing, I did the math in my head, but now saying it out loud doesn't make sense. So this recipe calls for 1.5 cups cold water, so I'm just gonna be doing a half and then a quarter.
Wouldn't it be 3/4?
Yeah. So yeah, 3/4 cup of water. And then 1 tablespoon vegetable oil. Okay. Okay, 1 cup. Before I add those wet ingredients, I'm gonna chop up some nuts because that is gonna be the protein aspect of it. I haven't had like pancakes or waffles with nuts in them in well over 10 years. The last time I did was at like Bob Evans or something, and it was really good then, so. But for today, I'm just gonna be adding some oats and some pecans, all sliced. Can't really see what I'm doing. Okay, that angle is so much better. You can actually see what I'm gonna do. The oats I'm not gonna slice the oats. They're already very small. So I'm just gonna add probably, how would 1 tablespoon look? Yeah, just 1 tablespoon of oats. And then I'm gonna be chopping up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pecans. Pecans, just in fourths. And then I'm gonna add those in. And then I'm gonna be taking 1 tablespoon of vegetable oil, and then I will start adding the liquids. And then I'm gonna be adding 3/4 cup of 3/4 cup worth of water. Imagine it just makes the rising bread. Ugh, that's so cool. So now I'm just gonna mix this all together and then we can make these Grogu waffles. Okay, and now that the batter is all mixed, I am going to make these waffles. I've not used this waffle maker in probably 2 years. I think you just plug it in. Yeah, I think you just plug it in and then it's like 1 temperature, and then once that's green, it's grow good. Okay, I do have an electrical outlet right there, so let's do that. I have a little scoopy here, and then I'm just gonna, I feel like 1 scoop will be good. We'll see. Okay, I did 2 scoops. You can see the steam. It did that last time. So as soon as I plugged it in, the green light went on, and it's still on, and it might turn off when it's done. I'm just gonna give it a minute and then I'll lift the lid and I'll check it. But yeah, oh, also, I mean, if you haven't already noticed, Grogu's also joining us for this meal. Okay, I guess while that's going, I can cut up my space fruit. Now, I was actually planning on using a little star cutter, but this is bigger than the apple itself. So I'm just gonna grab a knife and I'm gonna try and slice some stars. I'm just gonna do very thin slices, like sandwich slices of apple, and then I'm gonna cut the stars. And then it's just regular waffle, but oh my god. It's the size of the biggest piece, so I'll just use that as like a template. Now the last one is too big or too small for the star cutout, so I'm just gonna try and make a star on my own. Isn't that really good? Okay, so the pancakes are all done, so is my side of space fruit. But one very important thing is the blue bantha milk. Now, if you don't live in an area where banthas are near you, that's totally understandable, but an easy way to do this is just by taking some plant-based milk and a little bit of blue food coloring. So let's do it. I should have said oat milk harvested from Lethal with a dash of blue spice. But anyway.
Even in outer space, we use.
I almost said Aunt Jemima.
Mrs. Butterworth.
You ready? Because I am. They taste good, but I didn't get a bite with nuts in it. So let me do another. Oh, wait, let me find one with nuts in it. Maybe I should have put more nuts in there. This space fruit tastes so good. I've never had anything like it. I'm feeling rather parched, so let me have some blue milk. Tastes rather oat-like. I would give this meal 10 Grogus out of 10 Mandalorians. Okay. Breakfast was just delightful, very yummy, very scrumptious. But now, well, lunch is approaching, so it's time for a Kessel Run for lunch. Once again, Han got caught up in some space drama, of course, so he's on the run once again. But uh-oh, he forgot his lunch. Good thing I found this hologram containing a very delectable lunchtime recipe.
Now he begs you to help him in his struggle against the
Wrong one. Okay, there we go. So for lunch, I was thinking of making a very fancy schmancy sandwich, and then I was looking at this bread, and I don't know about you, but it kind of looks like the bird's eye view of the Millennium Falcon. Millennium Falcon. So I was thinking that I would just slice this up to look just like that ship, and then we can add on all of our ingredients, and then I'll do a little extra something that you will see very soon to jazz it up even more. It kind of broke, but I'll put it back together. Alrighty, for this sandwich, for the protein, I'm gonna be using tofurkey peppered deli slices. These are very good. My favorite is the ham. Hickory smoked, a slice of cheese, some lettuce, sliced pickle, bit of mayo, and some mustard. And then for the side, I don't want to spoil it too much yet, but I will be using some thinly sliced carrots and some peanuts. I got these Tahini chili lime peanuts a while ago. I don't know why. I do like the Snack Club Tahini candies. They're very good, but I literally could have just made that on my own. I don't know why I bought that. But now I just gotta keep eating them, so we're gonna use them today. This video is not at all sponsored or affiliated with any products or brands shown or mentioned. I feel like I'm Andrew Lau when I do these videos. Olive! She just woke up. Oh, Olive. She keeps going, meh, meh, meh. I need to start posting more of my older cosplays here on YouTube because I totally just remembered, I forgot, but I now just remembered that I did a Star Wars cosplay with Olive back when I was back when I was doing more like photo-based cosplays. I now try to make them into videos, but back in the day when I was doing more photos, I dressed up as Luke Skywalker, and then she was a little Jawa on Tatooine. I'll post that in my community tab. Now for the carrots that I mentioned earlier, we do have some sliced up, but I'm gonna slice them even thinner. My plan is, if you did not know, the Millennium Falcon shoots lasers. Laser beam, you know? I'm just gonna try and make those lasers, and then the peanuts are gonna be asteroids around the ship. Sandwich. Now, no meal is complete without a beverage, and luckily for us today, the cantina just started serving Yoda soda. Can you guys hear me okay? Okay, here we are. Good thing I got that B-roll because I don't really know how I'm gonna show you. But oh my gosh, I'm so excited. This is so cute. I feel like this is so Pinteresty. Back when Pinterest was actually cool and it didn't have a bunch of AI slop and a bunch of accounts reposting and not crediting people for their work. Anyways, so first let's taste the asteroids. The chili lime asteroid. Pretty good. And now these laser beams. Pretty good. And now for the Millennium Falcon. Okay? Oh, those peanuts have some kick. Let me take a sip of my Yoda soda. I never have the lemon lime Yoda soda. I usually have the red, the fruit punch Yoda soda. It's okay. But time to eat the sandwich. Here comes a spaceship. You can never go wrong with pickles and mustard on a sandwich. It smells unappetizing, but it tastes okay.
Are you sure about that?
The fruit punch is a whole lot better. Do people actually drink this? It tastes like a melted popsicle. It's way too sweet. Okay, to review and rate this meal, a Kessel Run for lunch. The sandwich, phenomenal. I mean, that's usually what I put on any other sandwich, but I mean, you really can't go wrong with those ingredients. Can you mess up a sandwich? I don't know. Oh my god. Some people may say you can't mess up pizza, but you can. And I experienced that on, of course, 420. What a day to have a bad pizza. But a few years ago, it was like a watery pizza. So I have had a bad pizza. That's the only bad pizza I've ever had. But anyways, we're sadly not making pizza today. But to rate this meal, the sandwich, phenomenal. Carrots, the carrots were actually very good. They didn't taste like dirt today. Sometimes they taste a little too earthy, you know? Very good carrots. Realistically, I would have put many more carrots on there, but for the laser beam aspect, yeah. The peanut asteroids were pretty good, but wow, those have a punch of heat in there, so pretty good. The Yoda soda, I don't know how people like genuinely drink that flavor, lemon lime. The fruit punch, very good, very palatable. I will never drink that again. Maybe next time I'll just have lemonade, put a splash of lime in there, that would be good. But oh my god, like, this better stay down. So to rate this meal as a whole, I would love to give it 12 parsecs out of 10 Millennium Falcons, but that Yoda soda, oh. So maybe we're at like 9 parsecs out of 10 Millennium Falcons. Millennium Falcons. Okay, I filmed this Kessel Run for lunch right after the Two Sons breakfast. Did I even say that's the name of the breakfast? Two Sons breakfast. I hope I said that. But anywho, I filmed these right after one another, and now I'm very full. So I'm just gonna wait a bit, and then we will be back for a very special dinner and a little dessert. I'll see you soon. That Kessel Run for lunch really hit the spot, but time do be flying, and I was thinking that it's time to make a reservation for dinner. So how about we head over to Dexter's Diner and then the cantina for some drinks? I'm in the mood for some tacos and some spirits. So for dinner today, I will be making some taco dana tacos, and every single time I hear the word taco, I just think of Tacodile Supreme from Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs 2.
Tacodile Supreme.
Anyways, I will be using blue corn tortilla shells because they just look so, I don't know, that's not your typical tortilla shell. But for the mixture, our protein is gonna be some black beans, some corn, and some orange pepper. And then on top we will have some cheese, some onions, and some tomato, all finely diced up by Dexter's sous chef. So, thank you, sous chef. And I will get into the spirits a bit later, but I just want to focus on making the tacos right now, so let's get into that. So what I'm gonna do is I have like a medium-sized skillet here. I'm gonna put in some vegetable oil. I'm gonna dump in my veggies here, and then once those start to cook and crispen up a bit, then I will throw on some fajita seasoning mix, and then I will assemble the taco, and then I'll put some toppings on, and then I cannot wait to show you this very special drink. Here's a little teaser. We got the Darth Vader shot glass, okay? Let's get cooking. Hello there. So the taco meat is all finished cooking and everything, but before we do that, I just want to prepare the drink so it's all ready to go. Now, I did want to make a little bit of Jar Jar juice, which is basically vodka cran. So I've never even had vodka cran. You know, I usually just have Tito's, but this is all they had, so whatever. Let's do it. I was thinking that I was gonna salt the rim with some lime juice to fit on the taco theme, but also to salt the rim with some sprinkles. Now, obviously cranberry juice is more kind of red, but the red on red could look cool, or the green on that could look cool. But I think I'll just do green. So first of all, I'm gonna salt the rim, and I'm just gonna use some lime juice. Basically, all I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna do that all along the rim. And then I'm gonna take some green sprinkles. And then we're gonna salt it. Cute! 2 shots of vodka. I don't think this is even, I don't even know how many fluid ounces are in a shot. I think it's 1.5, but this doesn't even say. Anyways. I'll just do 1.5 of these, I guess. And then a splash of cranberry juice. Cute! Okay, let me clean up this and then I'll be back to assemble the tacos. I don't know if you could hear anything that I've been saying, but I've been putting stuff on the tacos, and now we're gonna do cotija cheese. I have my drink and my taco. Let's eat. Yeah, I don't know. I would rate this taco 10 Dexters out of 10 diners. Not Dexter. 10 Dexes out of 10 diners. And this drink,
I would give 8 jars out of jar. It's fine. I don't know if I like the sugar. Maybe if it would.
8 jars out of jar. How many jars?
Oh, 8 jars out of 10 jars. Yeah, I don't think I like the sprinkles. If it were like salt or something, I feel like that would go better. But also the lime and then the cranberry juice, I don't know. But also, I've never made a mixed drink. I've always just been shots. So, maybe that's why. But anyways, pretty good, I'd say. Okay.
Is it too strong? Like too much vodka?
I don't know. It's everything. It's just too sweet.
Those Taco Della tacos and spirits really hit the spot, but now I'm kind of in the mood for a sweet treat. What about you? I'm still quite full from dinner, but I'd say I have about 1/4 portion room for some more space grub. So it's time to make a 1/4 portion Snickerdoodle mug cake dessert. I'm gonna be following a Snickerdoodle mug cake recipe from 5 Heart Home, not sponsored, not affiliated, I just found that and it's very simple. And so, yeah, I will have that linked down below along with all the other recipes that I have checked out. I mean, this is the only recipe I'm like actually following, but I did find some other cool things. Did you know Star Wars literally has an entire Star Wars recipes page? And no shade, no tea, but all of their drinks, not all their drinks, but probably like 90% of their drinks have to do with blue bantha milk. I mean, I feel like there are so many other things you could do. Jar Jar drink. Anyways, let's get into this Snickerdoodle mug cake. So in a small bowl, we are going to mix together 1/4 portion cup and 2 tablespoons of all-purpose flour, 2 tablespoons of sugar, 1/4 portion teaspoon baking powder, 1/4 portion teaspoon cinnamon, 1/4 portion cup of milk at room temperature, 2 tablespoons of salted butter, melted and cooled, and then 1/2 teaspoon of pure vanilla extract. And then for the topping, we can do 1 more tablespoon of sugar and then 1/4 portion teaspoon of cinnamon. Okay, now that everything is all mixed together in that bowl, I'm gonna layer it in here with the batter, cinnamon, and sugar. Then the batter, cinnamon, sugar, batter, and then cinnamon and sugar on top.
See what that tastes like.
Okay, so now that this is all mixed up and ready to go, why did this take 25 minutes to make? I'm gonna pop this in the microwave for 1 to 1.5 minutes, or until the cake is done to my liking. I'm just gonna do 1 minute. It said put in a 14-ounce or larger mug. It's filled up to probably there. So I don't know how much it's gonna expand. I've not made a mug cake in years. So let's do it. I'll be back soon. One minute was mushy, but it is rising. I did a minute and a half and it's still, I don't know, it doesn't look fully done, so I'm just gonna test it with a toothpick. Okay, it should be done. I don't know. It just looks so mushy. I'm gonna do it for an extra half minute. It is fully lifted from the sides, so like it technically should be fine. It does say to let it cool for a few minutes, and I definitely will because this is hot. This thing is hotter than Mustafar. Also, who's gonna go watch the re-release of Star Wars Revenge of the Sith out in theaters? I can't believe it, I can't believe it. Oh my god, that is my favorite Star Wars movie. I'm so excited. And the only Star Wars movies that I've ever seen in theaters was the previous trilogy and then the other movies after that, like Solo. I almost said One Republic. What the fuck is... Rogue One. That one. That's a good movie. With Jyn Erso. Oh, Mr. Incredible, Mr. Incredible. The guy from The Empire in that movie is also in the Andor show. That's where I recognize him. Who's watching Andor now that season 2 is out? Okay, I'll be back in a few minutes to let this cool. I guess I'll keep sipping on this. I made this very strong. Anywho, I'll be back.
Alrighty, so this mug cake has finally cooled down and I washed all the dishes, so yeah. It's all cooled and I have a little itty bitty teeny tiny little fork. Let's take a taste test. This is what it's looking like. Very nice. Could be a good candle. Okay. I don't even know what a 14-ounce mug looks like. This doesn't have the ounces on the bottom. It's a Ray Dunn mug. Anyways, let's just do it. Ooh, come on now. So that's what it's looking like. All crumbly good. Here's a nice little close-up. Okay, let's take a bite. Very good. So to rate this Snickerdoodle mug cake, I would give it 4 quarter portions out of 1 quarter portion. It is a very good portion. So that's good. I mean, like, not too little, not too much. The recipe is very good. I'll have it linked below. I'm parched, but I'm scared to drink this. I don't like the sugar. It really doesn't add anything. It's just crunchy. It's already too sweet. There's a cat hair in it.
So, I guess I'll be back for the outro. I mean, I still have another shirt, so I'll be back. Here is my final Star Wars shirt. Also, this jacket, it's just so Star Wars, okay? I had to wear it. It's not even like official Star Wars merch at all. It just looks like it. I mean, the shoulders. Anyways, I truly do hope that you enjoyed all of these intergalactic Star Wars vegetarian recipes. I had a lot of fun making them. It's just stressful. I don't like to be in the kitchen. Unless I'm eating, so I guess that's fine. I will have this Snickerdoodle mug cake recipe along with the other Star Wars recipes that I found linked down below in the description for you to check out. And let me know if you make any of these dishes or your own Star Wars or just alien themed cuisine. And also please be sure to visit those very important links below to see how you can help those in need. Please remember to use your voice, your platform, and your privilege. And for those of you who really love Star Wars or just want to see more from me, more makeup, all that kind of stuff, I did make a Grogu cosplay video where I transformed myself into Grogu. I also did a live stream. It was one of my very first live streams. I think it was my second or maybe my first. I don't know. But I did Grogu's makeup. It was a big time slay. So I'll have both of those linked down below for you to check out.
if that's something you fancy. And for those of you who might enjoy a different galaxy that's not that far away, I did just post a Star Trek Vulcan cosplay makeover, and I did a little DIY brooch out of recycled materials. That was also a big time slay. The makeup turned out great, the outfits turned out great, the brooch turned out great. If you enjoy either of those galaxies, I will have all of my alien themed videos linked below. If you enjoyed this video, then please be sure to leave a like. That really helps me out motivational wise, but also just helps out with the channel and the algorithm so that more of you guys will be able to see my videos. And if you really love this video and you want to see more, then please be sure to subscribe if you are not already, and turn on those post notifications so that you don't miss out on any future uploads. I also do live streams every Tuesday and every Friday, so check that out as well. And one more thing to shout out, I kind of already mentioned this, but if you like cooking, baking videos like this, I did do one other one as I was dressed as Dolly Parton and I made one of her own Dolly baked goods. It was very fun, very delicious. Check it out. But yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this. I sure did. I had a lot of fun and it was fun to try some new foods like this. Like how simple, so yummy, so good. But yeah, all vegetarian, so that's a slay. Remember to be kind to yourself, be kind to others, be kind to the earth, and be kind to the galaxy. And I will see you on my next video or live stream. May the 4th be with you. We're traveling to a planet. No.
Planet Klutz.
No! And to accompany that, I'm going to be having a glass of blue bantha milk.
Sorry, I was waiting to cough.
Look for the Gummy Bear album in stores on November 13th with lots of music, videos, and extras.
Hello there.
General Kenobi.